All right. All right. So, hi, Dr. AJ. Hi, Jolina. Looking for my familiar faces. The real ass patent. I want to say that's Nolita. Correct me if I'm wrong. How do I get this off? Get this off. Hey, got you. Sorry, that's my bad. That's me. That was my fault. I should know this by now. Okay. I should know this by now. All right, so I'm trying to figure out how to do something on this because there's like this little mirror thing here that's showing my daughter's bookshelf. I don't know why. I don't know how to take that off. Effects. Maybe effects. I don't know. Oh well, you guys are gonna see my daughter's bookshelf if you care. All right. I don't know. We were hopping on today. Yeah, I didn't know either. Dr. AJ pulled my leg. Is that really what happened, Dr. AJ? Dr. AJ said, go live now. I was just like, girl, I got a call. Let me see. So this is going to be the self-made application that Dr. AJ was telling us about yesterday. Yeah. Actually, she was just talking to us about this yesterday. So the application is pretty straightforward. They're not asking for too much. It's crazy. I really like this one in particular because Dr. AJ has gotten awarded something from it before, and she's in a part of a program that they're in. She's in their program, so I like a referral. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's see. So we're gonna go to tryselfmade.com. That's try it on, tryselfmade.com. And that's the one we're going to be doing today. So when you get on the site, let me see. When you get on the site, you're going to be looking for scholarships. So, I found it by going all the way to the bottom of the screen, like where the footer is, and it's at the bottom, like the third column, and then it says scholarships there. So I clicked on that one, and then I'm going to click on apply. All right, so I already started my application, so it's not going to prompt me for the first part of it, but it's going to ask you for things like your first name, your email address, those kind of things. And the second page is where we'll get started. So whoever wants to let me know where they are on that side of things, and we can get started. By the way, I got an email from Power Forward yesterday. I won. They are starting. Okay, so also FYI, I got an email from Power Forward yesterday. I won last time 25K. They are starting a new round soon. I have the link if you like. Yes, please, Charbonnet. Could you drop that in the group funding opportunity list chat? That would be great. Thank you. Thank you. And by the way, you never have to ask. Just do it. We all want it. You don't gotta ask us, girl. Just do it. I promise you, nobody's gonna tell you no. Just go ahead, take the initiative. All right, so when anyone gets to that second page, let me know and we'll go ahead and get started. We didn't do the thing. We did not read the requirements. Why do I always I keep forgetting to do that? Try self-made. Let me look. All right. I always forget. To have like a list of things to do pre-live so I don't forget. All right, so it says, we're proud to partner with Office Depot, Office Max to provide free full ride scholarships to support underserved female entrepreneurs build the business of their dreams. Okay, so we want to know that because you are part of that community that they call underserved and female entrepreneurs. Right, so we're going to make sure that if there are questions about anything related to that, we mention that we are part of that demographic. So it says, we're thrilled to continue our collaboration with our founding sponsor, Office Depot, Office Max, to grant free scholarships to help founders in start and grow the business of their dreams. Beyond the scholarship, Office Depot, Office Max is committed to helping businesses accomplish more. Whether it be the start phase, growth phase, or keep going phase, Office Depot, Office Max has curated special promotions for businesses and offers a full suite of business solutions, including services and products to help you work from anywhere, organize and save time, and help build your brand. Okay, so first and foremost, if you are just starting out, this is good for you too. So we like that, right? And then the application pretty much starts. So that's that. Let me see. So this application is a collab with Brit Plus Co. And it's a grant to underserved founders and founders to be. So even if you aren't a founder yet and you have a good idea, this is this is an idea phase. You can still apply if you're in the idea phase, which is great. So it's a year-long scholarship, set seats to self-made. All scholarships for 2022 have been awarded, but we're continuing to accept applications for self-made 23. Scholarships will be focusing on women of color, women from underserved and underrepresented communities, and women in need of support to help them trailblaze. After all, we firmly believe that your support system is a huge part of how you achieve greatness. Amen, and that is very true. We are here to cheer you all of you on. All right, so yeah. So if you're in this idea phase, then that's still good too. Anyone got into the second page of the application yet? Like where your applicant information starts? Okay. All right. So the first question is, where are you in your entrepreneurial journey? So current business owner, would love to start. You can pick whichever one is relevant to you. And then what stage is your business in? You could put start phase, as in you have an idea, but you need help figuring out where to start. Growth phase, you have a business and you need help figuring out how to grow. And then there's other option that lets you type something in. All right. Best contact number for you. If you have a business number, try to see if you can put that. I'm trying to remember my number. Okay. 3677. Okay. Can we update you about your scholarship via SMS/text message? So can they text you about this? I don't mind. Sure, why not? All right. What is your physical address? Failure to submit a full address with all fields included may cause your application to be rejected. So we're going to go ahead and double check that before we go, right? Okay. All right. I confirm that I am a resident of the United States or Puerto Rico and that my address is not a P.O. box. Okay. It's not a P.O. box. Please specify your identity. Please select all that apply. So Black, Asian, Pacific Islander, whichever one applies to you, you can do that. Now I was going to ask you why you're the ideal candidate for a scholarship. That's a great damn question, right? So why are you an ideal candidate for a scholarship? I really hate this question so much. Let's see. How will we answer this? I would say, if I'm going to put an answer, I'm going to answer it two ways, right? I'm going to answer for the person who does not have a business in place yet, okay? Because you have an idea, but you need help figuring out where to start. So I would say that you have an idea, first of all, right? And you've mission alignment. Yeah, you can put that. Yeah, you can put mission alignment. You can put mission alignment as in why you're an ideal candidate. But I would definitely start with the fact that you have an idea and you saw that there was an opportunity there for like growth, but quantify what that growth would look like. They only give you 100 characters, right? So you got to play around with that. I don't know if it's 100 words, characters. Oh, this 100 characters. So I would go into either mission alignment, like Michelle said, or I would also talk about maybe the idea starting from an opportunity in the marketplace. Like you've actually done some sort of market research and you realize that this is like a widespread need, or that you'd be able to help this many people if you were able to get funding and support behind your business. So that's how I would answer that if I were in the idea phase. Okay. As a business that is growing, obviously we need to grow. So I would just talk about it from like, I would approach it the same way I would approach a question about what you're going to use the funds for. But I would take Joy's advice and use it as like the multiplier effect. So I'm the ideal candidate for a scholarship at this time because applying or receiving support or applying scholarship funds at this time would allow me to do this and grow in this way, but quantify how that growth is going to look like. But be succinct because this is only 100 characters. Okay. So that's that. What is your mission? What is your business idea or mission? You guys got that, right? We've talked about that before. I feel like you guys have this one. Let me not assume. Let me do that. Does anyone need help at this point right now with their business idea or mission statement? Does anyone need any support on that? I do. Okay, great. So what do you need help with? Because if you have the idea already, then that would be helpful. But if you need help fleshing out your idea, then that would need to be a separate time, right? But if you have your idea, what is it? Okay, you know what? No, do you have your idea or not? That's what I was gonna ask you. Let me just do that first. Sharonda. Yes. Okay. So when we talk about, let's just do it. Okay, good. So when we talk about our business idea, so when we say what is your business idea, you want to talk about the outcomes that your business produces for the people that it serves. Okay. So for example, if I'm holding right now setting powder. Is this setting powder? What is this? Setting powder, right? I'm holding setting powder. What does the setting powder do for me as a consumer? It helps to give your makeup a really great finished look. And it also helps to set your makeup in place, right? So if my business idea was setting powder, I wouldn't say that I produce a product that necessarily makes my clients... I wouldn't talk about just the fact that it does the features of what it does, but I would talk about how it also makes my client feel too, right? Like when using it, here's the better thing. What happens when your client does not experience your product, right? So for example, this is what it does. The outcome is that you have a great finished look. What happens when your client does not experience a finished look? So your business idea is the gap that the market is experiencing or the marketplace is experiencing in some way. Okay. If you're going to put your mission here too, then I would talk about the fact that you want every woman to have a flawless finished look. Like that's your mission, to make sure that every woman has the opportunity to experience what it's like to have a beat face with a finished look, and the fact that this product helps them accomplish that, right? Or maybe your mission is to have a product that is chemical free, or the setting powder allows them to have a finished look without irritation. Whatever your added value is to this setting powder market, that is your idea. Whatever's missing right now that your consumer would experience if they did not have this product, right? And then also your mission is to make sure that how many ever people you can quantify are going to experience this product or experience the benefit of having this product, and whatever features and value you add to that. Does that make sense? Okay, awesome. I want to also hear from Michelle and Sharonda because they were the ones that wanted the ideas fleshed out. Yes, okay, awesome. Okay, great. So where can we learn about you and your business? Feel free to include your website, Instagram profile, LinkedIn profile, press links. That's okay. So that's great. So there's no word count on this one. So if you're going to include just the planed. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you got where you're going safely. That's amazing. Okay, good. So if you are, where can we learn more about your business? Okay, so typically a website would allow you to learn more about the business. If you don't have a website yet, I would put like some information there, especially if you're just starting, right? Because they are talking to starters too. So especially if you don't have a business yet, I would make a note that you don't have a website yet, and that in the future, or however you plan on positioning it, you plan on being able to make sure that your brand messaging is across all platforms, right? So you want to share that that this is where they'll be able to learn about your business in the future at this handle or wherever it is going to be, but it's not there yet. It doesn't live there yet. Your Instagram profiles, I would stay away from putting any other social media other than LinkedIn if your social media profiles are not super professional. Like if you have things that are not business related on your personal or on your business page social media, stay away from it if you can, because they literally said, where can we learn about you and your business? So they're trying to learn about you. They're going to be judging you, right? So put LinkedIn just because it's considered and perceived to be more professional. Press links. If you've gotten any press, this is great to put there. I would also put the titles of the articles or features or whatever you've been included in. I love that they asked that, but yeah. So I would put that as well. Okay. I noticed that Jolena made a mention of press to Chabernet's comment. Do you guys want a mini, literally a mini? It's not anything in depth, but like training on getting media features or mentions, that kind of stuff. Yes, maybe not. Kind of. Yes. Okay. Jolena with an unequivocal yes. That would be great. All right. Awesome. So, of course. Okay. So this is going to be for people who are inside of the community. That's going to be like one of like the events that we put up. I'm going to set up an event for that one. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Got you. No problem. So I'll just share some of the resources that I've used to get press in the past. Some great resources for reaching out to not editors. What am I trying to say? Not editors. It's skipping me. Sorry. Let's do that soon. Okay. We can do that soon, Dr. AJ. I got you. So that editors is not the word I'm looking for, and I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank, but how to reach out to people that are, with so many of us winning. Exactly. Since you have wins, that's especially when you want to get features too, right? So we can talk about that. That's no problem. There's a couple of good resources, but we can talk about that more. No problem. All right. So we can include some press links. If you have them, I would include them and talk about the titles so that people get an idea. So even if they don't click on the link, because people don't do things sometimes, and that's just what it is, they can at least still see the title, so they get an idea of like your relevancy, like what you what you would trend for, things that you would be related to in your industry. All right. So title and link, or even just put the title. And if it allows you to hyperlink it, hyperlink it. All right. While not required, estimate the total number of social media followers you have, if any, across all platforms. Okay. Interesting question. This is the reason why they're asking you this, is because they're hoping that you're going to share it. So they're trying to get more eyeballs on their stuff, which is fine. I don't think it's a deciding factor in most cases, but the game is shifting a lot, and a lot of companies want to work with people who are more active on social media. So if that's not a reason to kind of get your social media going, here it is right here. Okay. Anything else you'd like to share to support your application? Is there anything else that we'd like to share? Let's see. Let me see something. I want to see what's on the next page. Okay, so from my understanding, I thought it was 100 characters to do it. It's a minimum of 100 characters, so you have more space to play with. Okay, so definitely try to expound if you can. All right, whatever. And then, how did you hear about Self-Made? Please, if you can, put Mental Money Podcast. I just want to see what's on the next page real quick. Hold on. What happened? Oh. No, I know what I'm going to do. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I really want to see what's on the next page, because if they're not asking questions about, like what you do with the funds, or like how the scholarship would affect you or anything like that, that's where I want you guys to put that. That's why I'm trying to figure out where, what's going on the next page. All right. It's saying there's an error on this page, but oh, that's why. Okay, got you. All right, I see. Okay, I'm just gonna figure out, just for now, just save your answers in case, okay? Because there's too many pages to go through. So if there's anything else that you'd like to share to support your application, I will talk about any accelerators that you've been, so this is the Try Self-Made application. tryselfmade.com, and then go all the way to the bottom, click on scholarships, and you'll find this one. Anything else that you'd like to support your application, I will talk about what you would do with the funds, first and foremost, right? How that would impact your business. I would also talk about any accomplishments that you've had recently. So that's why I ask you guys the big win questions, because I want you guys to keep those top of mind, all right? So anything like an accelerator, an acknowledgement, an accomplishment, an award, those you want to put in there as well. Brag about yourself a little bit too. Go ahead. Tell them who you are. Tell them why you are the right person for this industry. How would you phrase the accomplishments as an answer to that question? Just let them know you think it's important to know, right? So is there anything else you'd like to share to support the application? In support of my application, I thought it was important to know that our company was selected amongst numerous applications to be a part of this accelerator, right? Or we were selected to or awarded this, or whatever the case may be, right? So in support of our application, we thought it was important to know, or we thought it would be, it would give an example of like what our company is trying to accomplish. There's so many different ways you can really play with that, but it would depend, right? So let's say it's an accelerator. The first example stands. If it was an award, you guys got that. If it was that you were funded, I would say in support of your application, I would say that in support of this application, this company, your company name, thought it was important to mention that we were recently funded $5,000 from this company or this program in support of being able to do this, and this is how it's helped our company, or how it would be able to help our company. And I wouldn't leave it just there, because then you might end up in kind of like Dr. AJ's position, where they're just like, well, you might not need it. But say, hey, I still need more because this only accounted for this much. And we still need, these are the OPEX and CAPEX that we still need to account for, right? So this is how these funds would help support our growth, right? So that's what I would say if I was still looking for funding in that situation. How do we find accelerators to help strengthen our chances of winning? So there's a list in the community called, there you go. All right. Thank you, Jolena. That's what I need to know. How to tell them I need more after winning. Thank you. No problem. Yeah. Just mention that this was helpful, of course, because you don't want to like spit on the other company like, oh, they only gave me 5,000. No, like, it was helpful. We were able to accomplish this and that, but there's still a deficit, and this is what we need more for. So, and it's really great that you've quantified how it did help, because it shows that you're being intentional about the fact that you are tracking how funds are supporting your business and your growth. Yes, the link is in my bio. Yep. And I just got comfortable saying that, by the way. So, yeah, it used to give me the heebie-jeebies. All right. So, how did you hear about Self-Made? If you can, or if you feel so compelled, if you could put other and put Mental Money Podcast /Dr. AJ, I would greatly appreciate that, because it does help us build and forge relationships with these brands. They do pay attention. So I've been able to leverage once so far. So it is helping. So if you can, please put Mental Money Podcast. It does help. All right. Next page. What is the name of your business? Put the name of your business. What is the address of the business location if not online only? What is the address of your business location if not online only? All right, so I would put the same address, because that's my address. Is your business online only at this time? Yes or no, if that applies to you. If the business has a website, please provide the business website URL. All right. If the business has an Instagram, please provide your business Instagram. Okay. So personally, I leave it off, but you could do what you want. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you my personal opinion. Okay, highway. All right. So next page. Next page we submit. They ask you if you are over 18, if you identify as a woman, and have not previously received a self-made scholarship. I'm having deja vu. Wow. Okay, so then it's going to ask you for an authorization and for release information. So it says a potential scholarship recipient, as a potential scholarship recipient, you acknowledge that your name, email address, phone number, mailing address, and other details relevant to your business is shared in the above survey will be provided to Office Depot, Home, Office Max, and Brit Plus Co. So to be made aware of that. So if you start seeing like random solicitations from Brit Plus Co, that's why they shared it. Information about how Office Depot uses and handles your information is available here. Yeah, okay. So that's it. That's the whole application. That's it, ladies. Nothing else. That was easy. Dang. All right. Easy isn't like they didn't ask for too much. So let me see. Let me pull up the list to see if there's anything else we could do too. See, yes. I see, Dr. AJ. Thank you for pulling my leg to do it. I appreciate you. Okay, so let's see. Dismystifying immigrants. Let's see. Okay, let's see. This list, Dr. AJ gave us a list like recently. So let me see if there's anything on here. Oh, this is from the self-made thing. Yeah, so there's actually another list, Chandra, yeah, that Dr. AJ sent recently that actually has a ton of accelerators on there. So if you're looking for those, it would be that list. It was the one that was shared on, I'll tell you right now. It was the one that was shared on 5 days ago was what? It's the 9th. It was shared on the 4th. So if you're looking for this, it's under updated list and it was shared 5 days ago. It's not too far down. And then May 31st. Yeah, let's look at this updated list too. I think we did all the ones on this list too. All the ones that qualify, like, are relevant to all of us. Like, we can all do at the same time. Let's see. All right, Grow New York, no. Black owned small business, that's for Canada. Comcast Rise, that's for certain cities. Famous Amos, we did that one. Impact Hispanic Business Accelerator, I'm not Hispanic. IncFile FreshStart Business Grant. So this one is interesting because I think this is for students who are trying to start a business. But again, if you want to apply, I would say just do it anyway, right? It says must be a high school graduate, undergraduate, or graduate, or trade school student. It's $2,500. It says you have to put it towards education expenses, which is why, like, if you're not in school, it probably wouldn't be relevant to you. But we know a lot of these grants don't necessarily fund people who meet their criteria. So I would say still shoot your shot. There's another fund, but this is also specific to Georgia, North Carolina, and Kentucky. Literacy, this is U.S. Literacy Fund is offering $6,000. This is for nonprofits. There are two. I don't know if the odd adult deadline passed, but there was another. Okay, let me look again. Let me go back. Huh. Sorry, y'all. Oh, got you. Fresh Start Business Grant. This one is June 30th. If you're an aspiring entrepreneur looking to start or grow your business, this grant is for you. Whether you're starting over or starting from scratch, IncFile wants to be there to help your business succeed. One adult entrepreneur will receive $2,500 to put towards business startup costs and will receive free formation services from IncFile. All right. So recipient receives IncFile's Gold Plan for free, which is a $385 value, including incorporation services in your state, free registered agent services for a year, which is great, and a free tax consultation, also great. $2,500 to put towards business for startup costs. Yeah, we could do this one too. Why not? Must be 21 years or older, must be U.S. resident, must be planning to start a new business or growing an existing business. So same deal with that one. Complete online application. You have to create a short 2-minute video telling us how entrepreneurship will impact your life. Submit a sample business plan too. So if you don't have a business plan, pick one on, there's a template on SBA.gov. See if you can navigate your way through that one, all right? I have a question about the app. When it says talk about your business wins, do we list all or just most recent is good? I always get scared, like I don't want them to think I don't need it. No, 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 no. I would mention what you still need it for. Yeah. Like if there's anything that you're still missing that would round out your business, round out your funding. Like, so for example, right? Let's look at it from an investing standpoint. Investors, when like if you're looking for seed funding, right, or if you're going into the investment route, that's why they have different rounds, because they know at every different stage in your business you're gonna need different levels of funding. So at the seed round, like that company I posted about the other day, I think they got no. Were they at the seed round? No, it's another company I was looking at recently. Like there's a German company that created some business. I don't remember what it was, but at the seed round, they had gotten $5 million, but the total that they needed was like 14 million, I think. So like every different place, you're gonna need a different amount. So just think of it that way. So if they're going to go pitch to a different investor, they're gonna say, yeah, we've already. It's kind of, you can kind of leverage that. Like, look, this organization already funded me 5 million. Like, this is what they thought, this is what their feedback was, and this is what the support that they gave. Are you willing to match that? Are you willing to give more? Are you going to round out our total 14 million if that's what they need? So, yeah, so don't get scared by that. What's the website you mentioned for a business plan template? So Small Business Association has a sample business plan template. So if you Google SBA template, business plan template, let me see what happens when I do that so I can walk you through it. Business plan template. Okay, so if you Google SBA business plan template, and thank you, Jolena, for the plug on that. There's a link that says write your business plan. It says sba.gov and then write your business plan. And there's like 3 templates. There's one that's a traditional business plan and a lean startup. Yeah, you can pick either one of those. They give you the breakdown of what's in either one. And then they give you 2 different downloads that you can pretty much use as a baseline. So one is for like a service, one is for a product. Then they give you one for Rebecca's, and they call it Rebecca and Andrew, but you could change that information. And then that's about it. Yeah. IncFile also has one that you can use. Okay, perfect. So let's do the IncFile application. So if once we get there, I'm sure they'll give a link or something. It's short and sweet. I think it was 1 page. I could be wrong. Okay, no, that's fine. Let's look. So we're gonna go to the IncFile the Fresh Start Business Grant by IncFile. So IncFile, and we're gonna do that application. All right. Let me know when you're there, and then we're gonna go through some of these. So has everyone gotten there? Okay. So let me click out of these. I already lost it. There we go. Where are you? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so apply now. All right, so first thing it's going to ask you is your name, first name, last name, email, date of birth. You guys got that. Okay, so please answer each question in 250 words maximum, right? So what inspired you to become an entrepreneur? I always like to answer this question with an opportunity, right? Either an opportunity for growth and or something that you saw in the marketplace that was deficient. So for example, let's say you saw that there was not enough of a shade range in foundation, so you decided to increase the shade range, right? Or you couldn't find a shade range that was specific to you, so you wanted to create it, and then you realized that in solving that problem for yourself, you solved it for other people, right? Always problem and solution. Now, they're not really like talking about, and the reason I'm mentioning this is because some people really do this, right? You know, they don't want you to go into like a long, drawn out thing about yourself. They really want to know and understand your capacity for running this business and kind of your why. So your inspiration is always going to be drawn back to a problem that you either saw, found, an opportunity that was a problem that you saw that most people weren't able to see. And then you are now solving it for a profit. And that was your inspiration. And you put your story behind it, right? So maybe one day you were scrolling on TikTok and you saw that a lot of people were complaining about their thumb hurting. And you were like, you went to go Google to see if there was anything like it and you didn't find it. So you're like, let me create it. That could have been your inspiration. Right there. Like, it doesn't have to be some like huge, profound thing. It's just, what was it? What was that spark that made you see the problem and create a solution? All right. What do you think is the difference between a business that succeeds and a business that fails? Great question. That could be also a number of things, right? Because everybody's going to have a very different answer. All right. We could talk about that from a profit standpoint. We could talk about that from a customer service standpoint. We could talk about that from a visibility standpoint. Maybe a business that fails is one that not anybody knows about. Okay. I would, if I'm going to answer this question, or when I answer this question, I'm going to talk about how it's a multifaceted thing. Like, there's a number of factors that contribute to why a business succeeds and why a business fails. And I would list off the ones that I think personally really do make that difference. Maybe because they don't know how to manage their money, or maybe because people's egos get in the way if they're partnerships, or maybe because maybe because you don't have the skill set. Maybe there's a lack of skill set to be able to run a successful business, or maybe it's because these businesses, before they see the end in sight, they don't ask for help. It could be a number of things. Like, I could go on. So just think about what you think makes a business successful. Profit is probably going to be a given because businesses are supposed to be profitable. Otherwise, it's really just a hobby. So I would mention profit in there, and then probably a couple other things. What are you doing now to prepare yourself to become a successful business owner? Great question. I would piggyback off of the previous question. So I would lean into the things that I talked about make a business succeed, and talk about how I'm doing those things based on my point of view. Okay. And then go into detail. about how you're doing that. So let's say one of them is, let's say you said the difference between a business that succeeds and a business that fails is visibility. Then you would talk about how you're preparing yourself to create a robust marketing plan and how you understand the importance of creating a robust marketing plan and getting in front of your audience and creating value while you're there. Like, that's what I would do if I were going to be talking about piggybacking off of the previous question. Does that make sense? Okay, let me see something. We have what, 250 words? Yeah, that's enough. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so they have a business plan here in part 3, excuse me. It says create a sample business plan and upload it below. Take a look at our tips on how to create a business plan. Let's look at their tips. It's a blog post. Okay, so 9 steps to create a business plan. Block out an executive summary, outline your goals, make sure that they're specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-based. Describe your business, conduct market research, summarize your business structure, explain your business model, and devise a marketing strategy, calculate financial projections, compile appendices. And that's number 9. Yeah. So anything that you are going to add that is going to make up for your plan, right? So like, let's say you, let's say you did some market research and then you want to add a reference page for where you got the data from. That would go in the appendix, right? Industry reports, financial calculations. Yeah, pretty much. That's everything that will go there. Excuse me. So I would upload that there. And then, so, oh man, did I close this? Why did I do that? Okay. So then, of course it did. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. When I closed it reset the application. Also saying to add your social media handles here, right? LinkedIn. That's what I got to say. All right. All right. So let me see. Where's my business plan? There it goes. All right. It is uploading and done. So next, you're going to create, in 2 minutes or less, create a video sharing how entrepreneurship will impact your life. If you have already launched your business, tell us how entrepreneurship has changed, how your life has changed since starting your business. Share a link for us to access the video or upload a file. All right, so if you're going to use a link, I would say, like, for example, on YouTube, Vimeo, I don't know. They allow Instagram and TikTok. That's interesting. But Vimeo and YouTube, they allow you to upload videos and then you can put the unlisted version so there's nobody that can see it unless you share that link with them. So I prefer that one because I'm sure nobody else is going to see it on Instagram or TikTok. But also you can upload it. I would say if you're going to, you can edit it and make sure it has a cover and a back end thing that just says like thank you. Okay, so good question. Okay. Good question. We can do like a quick overview, but if you want more details, there's a training that we did on just videos because like there was a grant, there was 2 grants, and I could tell you what it is. There was 2 grants that day that we just happened to do that end up having like 2 video requirements, and we end up doing mostly how to structure those videos. And then there's a template in there too for how you can kind of set up your video. But for this one, tell us how your life has changed since starting a business. I would talk about, I just want to quantify everything, okay? So, for example, if you just started a business, first of all, introduce yourself, right? Introduce yourself, introduce the name of your business, how your life has changed since starting your business would be talking about when you started, and change is going to be a function of going from one place to another, right? So before you did this, then you did that, right? Or maybe before starting a business, you were doing this much at your job, but it allowed you to increase your profits by that much. So I would say, since we're talking about changes, that definitely go the before and after, or like the comparison route for this application question. And I would also mention something about your actual consumers, right? Maybe how it's changed your life, how starting a business has changed your life is understanding value, right? Understanding the values that you give to your consumers, being able to see new opportunities based on feedback, like different things. So think about all the different elements in your business that are important. And then I would break down from a mental perspective how those different perspectives or those different elements changed how you were able to see things once you have a business now that you might not have been able to see before without a business. And the same really could apply for if you don't have a business, how you think it's going to impact your life. Maybe you think you'll make more money. Maybe you think you'll impact more people. Maybe you think you'll be able to accomplish more goals. Different things, right? Did I answer that question? Because I feel like I gave a really short roundabout thing that you can just kind of mention, but there's more you could put. Okay. So, let me see something. If you're going to upload it to YouTube or Vimeo, try to see if you can put a cover on it. Like, there's a sample cover that I put in there as well. Just something that says the grant funder's name, who you're talking to. Make sure to mention their name too. If you can. I don't know how you mention their name in this one, but like, you could say something along the lines of, no, actually, just say it in the thank you. Like, I would say, hi, my name is Natalie. I'm the owner of Credit Conversion. Thank you, this company, for asking this question about the impact that business has had on my life. And then I'll kind of go into it, because you don't want it to seem like it's a generic video, because we should be making videos for every single time a video is asked of us. So make sure to mention it so that it does look like you specifically made it for them. And also mention it somewhere in the cover, right? So let me see what happens when I just put a link. I'm just going to put a link in there. See what happens. All right. And then submit. And that's it. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. All right. All right. Any other questions? Because I didn't plan on doing this other one, but I'm glad that Jolena pointed it out, because I didn't really see it. And then what else? We were only supposed to do that one. I'm trying to think. Grab that email address before the submit button though, because that's you definitely want that. Yeah. So if we want to ask for feedback or any updates, that's where we do that. I'm trying to think. Are there any other questions? Do we wait for them to contact us with their decision? Yeah, you can. But I would say if you see like it's maybe 2-3 weeks after the deadline, maybe, or well, if they tell you when they're gonna let you know, then I would say wait for then. But if they don't, then I would wait like maybe 2-3 weeks to a month after the deadline. Yeah. Excuse me. Any other questions? Because if not, I think I'm going to go. But I'm glad we got to knock out 2. That's awesome. Yeah, no problem. So, yeah. So we'll talk maybe early next week. All right. You guys have a great weekend. God bless. Stay safe. Bye.